Hey guys, welcome back to another plan with me. This week I'm planning from November 6th to the 12th, and I'm using this Planet Fancy kit that I've had for quite a while. I actually don't know if their shop is still open or like if it's ever going to reopen. I'm not sure, but I just checked the Instagram and they haven't posted since December of 2022. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that you can't get this kit any longer, but it's a pretty basic kit. I'm sure you can find tons of shops that have either the exact same artwork or very similar artwork to this. This is also a very bare bones kit, as you can see. I didn't remember it being this minimal, but it ended up working out totally fine. And it was kind of nice to use some of my stash and all of my leftovers because it just sort of sits there. Ever since I've been doing printable kits, I just have everything and more that I could ever need. So I never really go into my stash that much. But we went in a lot this week. Number one, these glitter headers. I didn't realize this kit did not come with glitter headers, and I didn't have any that matched, but I think I got away with this dusty purple color pretty well. It was very similar to the dusty blue of the kit. I also didn't have pretty much any little things. I don't think this kit came with little things, so all of the little things I had to pull, basically all the labels too. Like some of them were from the kit, but 100% any little thing I had to find, and some of the other boxes as well. At least I think so. I honestly can't tell. That's how well everything blended in, so I'm fine with it. You'll also see on the sidebar that I didn't have enough full boxes to fill it out the way I normally do, and Alex, who is Canada Planner Girl on Instagram, she recommended that I do my steps because I have those logged in my phone and I could go look back at them and meals. And so I was like, yes, done. That's a great idea. Except for the fact that I didn't write down all my meals and I have no idea what I ate this week other than chili, Ruby Tuesday, and pizza. I have no idea. So I have made the decision to just leave it blank. I don't know if that looks weird. It looks fine to me because these checklists are patterned, so I don't think it looks too wacky and out of place. But yeah, we're just going to leave it blank. And you know what? This planner is all about aesthetics, so like, who cares? This is not for practical use, obviously. So yeah, that's all going to be blank. You'll also see that I pulled in a bunch of like rose gold / copper / I don't know, almost gold. I think it's all supposed to be like rose gold or copper foil. This is all just random crap that I had in my stash. I have not really purchased much foil lately. I think I purchased foil for my Scream spread and a Shark Week spread, but other than that, I haven't gotten anything new. So this was all just mishmash and I wanted to use it. And I thought that this kit would look so pretty with copper. Now, don't get me wrong, I kind of wish I had like a whole, foil bundle to work with, but it was kind of nice taking this kit and just being able to use some of my hoard to finish off a spread, if you know what I mean. And we got a little creative because I had absolutely no bottom washi. So I just used the, glitter header overlays. I just used a long ass strip of those because I have washi tapes for full boxes and glitter headers. And I think it worked. I'm happy with it. You'll also see that there are no dates on this week. And that is because I really wanted to use these foiled days of the week that I had, but I didn't have any foiled numbers, and I thought it would ruin the look if I wrote the dates in with a black pen. So I just decided to leave it. I can obviously figure out what the days of the week were just by looking at the previous spread. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, considering the fact that this kit barely had anything in it. As far as this week goes, I'm not going to lie, it was an insanely boring week. Nothing exciting happened. The most exciting thing I will say was that I finally got a new tire. If you have seen my other spreads or if you follow me on Instagram, you know I have had a leak in one of my tires, and it got to the point where I had to fill my tire every single day. And with the weather getting colder and grosser, it was just a nightmare. So I finally took care of that this week. I didn't actually get a new tire. It's technically a used tire, but who cares? It's done. That's all that matters. And so far, don't want to jinx it, it's held up. We have not been filling our tire every single day. I actually haven't had to fill it once, except when all of the tires were a little bit low due to the change in temperature outside. Other than that, my boss was away this week, which was very nice. I love it when she's not in the office. Not because I dislike her. She's actually an amazing boss. She's like probably, no, that's a lie. She's not my favorite boss. I have one other boss that's my favorite, but she's up there. She's a great person. I really like her. But I hate being in the office. And when she's not there, I don't feel like I have to be putting on a show. I don't have to smile. I don't have to make small talk. You know what I mean? Like, I can just have my resting bitch face on, not talk to anybody, lock my office door, and like stay in there all day. So that's always very, very nice. And I can like check my phone whenever I want, which I can technically do when she's in the office as well. But because she only comes to talk to me like once or twice a day, I hate it when she comes in and I'm on my phone, because then I feel like she thinks that's all I do all day. But I mean, I know that's not true because we're constantly talking on Teams. Either way, you get it. It's nice when your boss is away, no matter how nice they are. So that was wonderful. I love it when I don't speak to a soul. I say good morning to the receptionist, and then I don't talk to a single person. It's fantastic. And yeah, besides that, no, nothing. This was a really boring week. Right now it's January 9th. I really wish I was caught up on spreads, because then I could talk about like the new year and goals and all that shit. But we're still really behind. So we're going to get to all that probably in like March, which might be a good thing, because that'll give me a little more time to actually figure out what the hell my goals are. But yeah, I don't know. Here we are. So moving on to the day by day, starting with Monday, the first thing I marked was, of course, my tire was low and I got stuck behind a garbage truck driving home. I drove home from Joe's apartment to go home to work from remotely this day. But because I need to get 40 hours in per week down to the minute, I don't like being stuck behind a garbage truck, because that just means like the longer it takes for me to get home, the later I have to work. And I also like getting in some extra time on Monday just as a buffer for the rest of the week, because as the week goes on, I just get more tired and more lazy and like less willing to get out of my bed. So I try to work an extra half hour on Mondays. All that to say, it pissed me off. I hate it. I hate driving home in the morning, but it's better than driving home Sunday night. So we do what we have to. The emoji is from the Coffee Monsters Co. And once again, please, can we just have a sheet of angry, road rage, frustrated drivers? Because I don't need any more happy drivers, because I am never happy when I'm in the car. So I'm either car sick in the passenger seat or driving, and I hate both those things. So only angry people in cars, please. Under that, with this Once More with Love sticker, I marked that the workday went pretty quickly. I don't know why. I think I just had enough tasks to make the time fly, and it was a pretty good day as far as work goes. On my break, I did go to pick up my roommate's mail. She got like an important letter that needed to be signed for, so they didn't drop it off. Luckily, it was at the post office. That's like a 3-minute walk from our apartment. It's rare that anything's over there, so that was nice. It didn't take much time, and the envelope is from Sticky Perks. Then I got to use one of these houses that I never get to use because I feel like they clash with pretty much every spread I do. It's not a perfect match for this spread, I will admit, but I think it's pretty damn close. I think it works. And this day I went nuts cleaning everything. I have been very depressed and tired, and like the last thing I want to do is clean. So it basically takes me all week to like clean my apartment, and I just wanted to feel happy in a clean space. So I decided to deep clean everything and just set myself up for the rest of the week. I know a lot of people do that on Sundays, but I'm very rarely home on Sundays. So that's also like, that messes me up a little bit. Under that, with this sticker that I have no idea where I got it from, it's probably a freebie from maybe Carly Plans or Sticky Perks, maybe one of those. I just marked that I prepped food. What food? I could not tell you. Maybe something for lunches, or I have no idea what I was doing, but I was prepping something. And then with this mug that's just a piece of deco, I marked that I had hot chocolate. I pretty much had hot chocolate for dessert every single night because I rarely buy milk, and when I do, I don't want it to go to waste. So there you have it. And actually, I'm really in the mood for some hot chocolate, so maybe I'll buy some milk this weekend. Finally, the last thing for Monday was that I worked on my puzzle and watched Real Housewives of New York City, and this laptop is from Scribble Prints Co. Moving on to Tuesday, the first thing I marked was that I walked to work, and I used this Nike sneaker from Paper Crown Prints to mark that. With this pumpkin paper Kotera, I marked that my boss wasn't in this week, so it was just me, myself, and I, which is lovely. That's how I prefer it. And then I, under that, marked that I was so hungry I could puke. I don't know what happened. I guess I didn't pack enough food with me. I did not feel well, and I could have gone and bought something, but I didn't want to. So I just waited until I got home. Stupid, but it is what it is, and I used this hangry munchkin head to mark that. With this lantern piece of deco, I marked that I had to walk in the dark. I believe, was it the week before? Yes, the week before was the time change. So this was my first time having to walk home in pitch black, and I hated it. It's so scary, even at 5 p.m., because there are a lot of other people walking around, but there are little moments where you're by yourself, and it's just not ideal. So not happy about that. When I did get home safe and sound, I worked on my puzzle and watched Real Housewives again. This TV is from Once More with Love. Sorry if I sound a little nasally. I just got over a pretty bad either cold or sinus infection, who knows, and there's like remnants, so I apologize, but I want to get this done, so we're gonna keep going. With another piece of deco, this mug, I marked that I had hot chocolate again. Then with this Carly Plans RX bottle, I marked that I had a headache. And the final thing on Tuesday was that I just stayed up way too late, which I have been doing regularly. But I think this was like really bad. Like I think this might have been like 2:30 in the morning. And this emoji, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a vampire emoji, so I thought that was fitting, and that is from the Coffee Monsters Co. Moving on to Wednesday, the first thing I marked with an angry emoji was that I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I was in such a feisty mood. Like I was so violent. Not really. I didn't do anything violent, but I was just so filled with rage. Like I did not want to be awake. I wanted to throw something, set something on fire. I was just not in the mood. But I didn't do any of that, and instead I just walked to work, and I marked that with this little munchkin carrying a backpack. Then under that, I marked having a bad day with this bad day munchkin, and just wrote that I looked like shit. I couldn't get out of bed early enough to even look remotely like a human, so I went to work looking like just a hot, steamy pile of trash. And I know it shouldn't matter, but it's just not fun being the sloppiest looking one in the office. I never dress up for work, but we were looking just not, I just don't like being out in public for that long when I look that hideous. Like going to Walmart, fine. Being in an office, don't love it. Then I went on my break to a consultation for Invisalign, and I used this dentist emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. to mark that. It was walkable from my office, so that was nice. And I've been thinking about getting it for a while, but it's just so expensive, so I never did. But my grandmother said that she would pay for it, so I was like, okay, I might as well go in for a consultation. They're free. I did decide to do it, and it wasn't as expensive as I thought it was going to be. So that's nice, but I'm going to have to wear them for 13 months. I almost didn't do it just for that fact, but I've wanted to straighten my teeth forever. And I was always jealous that my sister got braces that when we were younger and I didn't. So now I'm getting them as an adult. I don't know. I'm like, what, healing my inner child by getting braces as an adult? I don't know. But yeah, went to the consultation this day. Then after work, I wanted to go to Trader Joe's, and I'll usually cut through like in front of City Hall to go there. And I saw the giant Christmas tree that they set up. I saw it on the delivery truck, and it was so weird. It's so big, like, because it's lying horizontal, and I was like trying to walk around it. It's the biggest, I don't know, it like blew my mind that this tree was real. It was so big. I kind of feel bad that they cut it down. But yeah, that was kind of cool. Then, like I said, I went to Trader Joe's. Oh, sorry, the tree is from Carly Plans, I believe. The Trader Joe's sticker is from What's More with Love. And I went there because I had been putting off making chili due to the fact that I needed to get a couple ingredients. But I'm so happy I went and got them because, I love the chili I make at home. Meat-free, delicious. I love it. So under that, with this cooking emoji, I marked that I made chili, and I love this sticker so much because it actually looks like the emoji is making chili. The final thing for Wednesday was that job hunting makes me sick, and I used a worrying munchkin to mark that. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. Moving on to Thursday, the first thing I marked was that little sweet Brad left a skid mark on my bed. And how do I know it was him? Because Janet does not sleep in the middle of the bed. Brad does. She sleeps on the pillow next to me or on the end. Those are the places that she likes to sleep. But he likes to sleep directly in the middle so that every time I want to move around, I have to move my legs around him as to not to disturb him because he gets upset. So yeah, he left a skid mark in the bed, and that was just not exactly what I wanted to wake up to. This cat sticker is from Papershire, and I just thought it was funny because it's like a sleeping cat. And yeah, so I did not leave for the office as early as I wanted to. I was still on time, but I had to wash my blanket. So I quickly took it over to the sink to get the stain out, and then I put it in the washing machine to deal with when I got back home. This change the sheets sticker is, I believe, from the GP Studio. I haven't purchased from them in a while, so I'm not sure if they're still a thing, but that is where that's from. Then with this sleeping munchkin, I marked that I was in office. Then on my way home, I finished the audiobook Turn of the Key. Once again, I can't remember what it was about. New Year's resolution or goal, whatever you want to call it, look up my damn audiobooks before I do a voiceover because I think I liked this one, but I can't tell you for sure. I'll have to look into that. If you care to know if it's worth reading, leave it in the comments. I apologize for my big head, and I'll let you know. Then I finished my puzzle this night, and I just used a Once More with Love sticker to mark that. And the final thing for Thursday was that I watched Real Housewives of New York City, and once again, this is a Scribble Prints Co. laptop. Moving on to Friday, the first thing I marked was that I was in my feelings. I'm not going to go too into it. Let's just say that insurance fucking sucks. And I'm going to be paying for a lot of shit out of pocket this following year. Thousands of dollars. Not really looking forward to it. Really not looking forward to it. So here's hoping my car sticks it out because I'm not trying to have medical bills and car payments all in the same year. That doesn't sound like a recipe for success. Under that, with this Planning Roses rent due sticker, I marked that I paid my rent. With an emoji on their laptop in bed, I marked that I worked from my bed this day. With a munchkin eating popcorn on the couch, I marked that I watched Real Housewives of New York City while I worked. And then, very exciting, Ruby Tuesday was giving out tons of buy one, get one free coupons. They've been doing buy one, get one for $3, and that's really been pissing me off, especially because they got rid of the second side with your ribs. Now you only get one side. You get one side, they're more expensive, and the buy one, get one deal sucks. But they had buy one, get one free. And Ruby Tuesday ribs are one of my favorite foods. So Joe and I went, and it was delicious. The final thing for Friday was that we watched the MTV Challenge, and I used this Olive Studio sticker to mark that. Moving on to Saturday. Sorry, Jesus, I could barely breathe. I apologize for all of the deep breath. I mean, I always take deep breaths. So anyway, doesn't matter. Moving on to Saturday. Okay. Sorry, I should cut that out, but I won't. Moving on to Saturday, the first thing I marked with this laptop from, Apple Blossom Prince Co., perhaps? I'm not totally sure. I marked that I had some computer tasks that I needed to do, personal, not work-related, and I got them all done first thing on Saturday, so that felt really good. Then with this Planting Roses car sticker, let me know if you have any recommendations for like car maintenance stickers, specifically like tire issues and like mechanical issues, stuff like that. I have some, I want to say emojis, but I used all of the flat tire ones and I just have, I think, like oil change ones left. Anyway, if you see the type of stickers I like, if you have a similar style to me and you have some recommendations, please let me know. But anyway, I got my new tire, my new used tire, and I think it's because like we went outside and my pressure was at like 16. It dropped from 36 to 16 overnight. That's really fucking bad. So we drove over just to see if they would take me because they weren't even answering their phones. But we drove over and they took me right away. We were there for like 15 minutes and they had not raised the price since the last time I was there. So that was also a relief just because everything is more expensive now. They totally could raise their prices if they wanted to. So I'm just happy that they didn't. Then after that, we went to Walmart and also the Dollar Tree, specifically looking for stocking stuffers and candy, trying to get some stuff ready for Christmas. I used this Walmart emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. And then under that, I marked that I bought so much candy because the Christmas candy is my favorite. It used to be Valentine's Day, but now I no longer find a lot of my favorite candies in just the red flavor because red is always my favorite. If it's cherry or strawberry, that's my favorite. But Christmas holiday nerds are hands down some of the best, and not regular. I don't want regular. Get those away from me. Only Christmas holiday nerds. They have Valentine's Day ones, and I've never tried them. So I think I'm going to try those. But anyway, I got like 6 boxes. So bad, I know. And also the holiday sweet tarts, I might even like more. The Christmas holiday specifically, I might even like more than the nerds because they're all the red and green, and that's like sour apple and I think strawberry. Those are my 2 favorites. So yeah, this is just some Starburst deco, and I thought that was very fitting. Under that, I marked that we decided to try a new pizza place. It was okay, but we will not be going back, and this munchkin is from Once More With Love. The final thing for Saturday was that we watched The Boys, and this is a, Winter Soldier sticker, but it kind of looks like one of those characters from The Boys, so I thought it worked, and I have so many Marvel stickers left over, and I don't know when I'm going to use them all, so whatever. Moving on to Sunday, the first thing I marked was that I talked to my best friend on the phone for a little bit, marked that with this emoji. With another emoji, I marked that I finalized my resume for now. Like it's usable at this point. Like it's updated, the format is correct and all that jazz, but I'm sure I'm going to tweak it as the job hunt goes on. I also need some recommendations for like job hunting stickers. If not, I'll probably just reorder these because I like them, but I'm running low. Under that, with this Once More With Love cat, I marked that I went home to do cat care. Oh Jesus, that was scary. It's storming outside right now and my lights just flickered, so that could be a thing. that could be an issue. Under that, with this green apple, I marked that we went to Aldi strictly for apples. I just needed them for the work week. I also took out my trash this day, and I used this Planting Roses sticker for that. I actually took the trash out before we went to Aldi, but it just didn't fit, so I swapped those just for the sake of the planner. Under that, I marked with this Carly Plants TV that doesn't really match, and I don't know why I picked this color, but who cares? It's fine. Marked that we watched The Boys. Then with this newspaper deco that I've had for a really long time, and I was so excited because the colors work perfectly with this spread, and I don't read the newspaper, so when the hell was I ever going to use this? We actually, quote unquote, read the newspaper. Joe and I did the crossword puzzle and Sudoku in the newspaper that came with all of his coupons and ads. And it was really fun. I stayed up way too late because it was a really hard Sudoku puzzle, and I refused to go to sleep until we finished it. We never finished it. I had to go to bed. It was like 1 a.m. I just got into bed way, way too late. Didn't fall asleep until like 3 a.m. It was terrible. And I used this Insomnia Munchkin for that. But that is everything for this week. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one, hopefully sooner rather than later, because I really need to catch up. Bye.